Good afternoon. Today is not really a good day. We're Friday, and I've had such a busy week. I didn't open the starter camera to complain, just trying to cheer myself up. We've had such a warm week. I realized this week that I don't do well with the heat. Too much heat. We had a massive heat wave with between 90s and hundreds, and I always find it funny when people in the south think that they're having a big freeze with like a -10, not in a snarky way. I just find it funny because for us -10 Celsius is really not that big of a deal. I find it more cute than anything. So I'm thinking is, yeah, probably that people down south would think I'm cute to not be able to deal with the heat with a week with that kind of heat. I just can't stand myself. I came in the garden to see what grew because yesterday we had a huge thunderstorm, and I think I had some hopes for this thunderstorm to bring the heat down a little bit, which it did. It's maybe in the 80s right now. It's really not as bad as yesterday, but I just want some clouds, some rain, some coolness a little bit. We're really not used to that. We are, but more like in July. We expected, at least I've had some growth, but this is not going to be a garden tour, so I just came outside to see. I wanted to show you what I tried to do this week. Actually, the big deal is that this week was one of my kids' birthdays, and we planned on having friends and family over for this weekend for a pool party. But with that heat and the mosquitoes, yeah, in June, I don't know anywhere else in the world when the mosquitoes appear, but for us it was this week, and it's really unbearable. Right now it's not that bad. I have a little bit of wind, but in the house, as soon as the kids open the door, I'm going crazy. I'm standing next to this, which is our deck, our new deck for the pool. I'm going to show you. Oh, that was actually we built the structure last weekend, my husband and I and a friend, and this week I by myself drilled the planks on top of it. Now it doesn't look like much, but I need to pull out the saw and cut the parts that are too long, and I did buy the wood to fit. This chair was full of water. It's refreshing. So my plan this week was to at least not finish this, because we don't know exactly how we're gonna do the railings to make it really safe. I'm really concerned about pool safety, especially like this year and next year. We have so many little kids that are deep in the perfect times to be agile enough to climb everywhere and go in the pool, but not mature enough to not do it. So we really want to do this the right way, because our old deck just crumbled and crashed and just is really old and is completely broken. And if you can see my pool, the pool is just completely disgusting. It's green, it's dark. I've been going to the pool store every single day of the week with a sample, and trying to fix this for tomorrow, actually Saturday. But we don't have a deck, we don't have a pool, so that's not going to happen. It's going to happen probably more likely next week, but we have some other plans, so it really bums me down. And I don't really want to show it, but you can see my kitchen is just a complete disaster. I can't say much of what happened this week. I've been struggling so much. I don't know. It's sometimes things do not get done, and I can say, yeah, I mean, I did spend some time on Facebook or something, or I just didn't do what I planned to do. So I can say like, oh sure, I didn't clean my kitchen, but all my laundry is done and folded and put away. Or the garden, I did work in the garden a little bit, but I played a lot with the kids. I think that's what happened, which is kind of, which is really a good thing. That's why I'm home, right? But but there's no trace of that. I really need to talk to myself because I'm still so freaking hot. I just can't take it anymore. In the house, it's really not that bad. It's really the accumulation of heat that I just can't anymore. I really love these kinds of temperatures when we have the pool, you know, when we can just jump in the pool, play an hour, get out, etc. But now we don't. So we've been taking showers and baths, but I don't know. And we've had some sleepless nights too because of the mosquito bites. Some of my kids are having a hard time falling asleep. They're the ones that can't manage themselves pretty well, so that makes kids that don't sleep well, so I don't sleep well, so they're grumpy and I'm grumpy. Quoi? There's a project that I did do this week. My neighbor actually texted me saying, oh, did you try, I don't know if it translates exactly the same way, but it's daffodil honey. It's miel de pissenlit, and I thought that this was made from daffodils going into like simmering in honey.
I love mommy too. I love mommy, daddy, grandma, grandpa
too. Wait, t'as donc des belles trouvailles. So yeah, she texted me saying, hey, I tried this, it's really good. It tastes like corn pops. So I was like, yeah, sure. So I went outside, picked a few daffodils. Is that right, daffodils? Am I confusing some flowers? No, it's not daffodils. It's I usually learned I learned a lot of my plant names, and of course in dandelions. I knew it. I'm talking about dandelions here, not daffodils. Sorry. So she explained to me the way I did to do that. So I did pick up a few dandelions and made a small batch, and it was so good. It was so good, and I'm not doing officially the pantry challenge for June because I really don't have that much left. I've been trying for the past month to pass everything that's in my pantries and freezers, and there's still stuff in there. I would need to consolidate everything and just see exactly, because I still feel my freezer is full, but I think it's just messy because things are falling, bags are falling, and packages are everywhere. So maybe I'm pretty sure that I have like 3/4 of my freezer that is empty. Along with my pantry, I still have a lot of cans of canning jars. I did can last year, but there's these tomatoes that are too acidic that I don't use by themselves because they're way too acidic. So I have things like broths and soups, which we do eat, but not necessarily when it's so warm outside. So I can't seem. I mean, we would if there was an emergency situation, we would of course survive on this. But where was I going with that? I have no idea where. I can't remember what I wanted to say by talking about that. Oh well, if I find it back when I'm going to edit, and when I watch this again, I'm going to edit back and tell you. Why? What I was trying to say before, I don't know how it linked everything, but is that I'm planning to do some dandelion honey. And yesterday, in all my chaotic day, the kids and I went to collect a few dandelions, like a big, pretty good amount. I started removing the small yellow parts, the petals or whatever, and I didn't finish it and complete the project. And during the night, they all turned white. In order to go to seed. So I just dumped all of them. I have to start over again with everything I have left. We still have a lot in the field. It's just my capacity to focus. That is not. And see, my plan was to clean the kitchen. We're going to eat out tonight. So my plan was to leave the chicken clean and do that. This was my goal for this afternoon, and look what I did. I just pulled out the camera. So I think what I'm gonna do, and the reason I'm doing this video is to not always show the good things. I'm a pretty optimistic person. I'm in a really bad mood right now. I don't think you can really tell. So I don't think it always shows when I'm in a bad mood, and I am right now. So not we, because you're not all here to help me. That would be awesome, to have like 100 people coming and just cleaning my house and finishing my deck for me. I'm going to focus on my kitchen. Do you think I can do that? Let's do this. So we are later in the day, and this is definitely not a good day. I managed to clean the kitchen, but around 3:10 we lost power because of multiple forest fires around here. Not too close up here, but still whatever. They had to cut the power, so we had to cancel our dinner at the restaurant. So my daughter was pretty sad about that, and we spent most of the night of the evening without power. So I did have some batteries filled with power for the deck, so I did work on that. But I have to admit right now, I don't know if you can see it on the screen, but the sky is just completely filled with smoke, and we can actually have we have some debris falling. Can you see that? That's some fire residue. Some nearby towns, not nearby, but maybe towns like an hour from here, have been evacuated. There doesn't seem to be any danger for us right now, but I have to admit that there is a lot more debris than earlier, like an hour ago. So I think the night's going to be long, because there's a lot of fires around, and trying to not worry the kids, but I'm kind of worried. So but we didn't have anyone like tell us like get ready to evacuate or whatever, but I know a town here like 30 minutes from here. I have been told to stay alert, that maybe they would have to leave. So I'm going to leave you guys on this. Bad days happen, and it's part of life, so I wanted to share it. So thanks for hanging out with me, and see you next time. Bye.